Okay, it's Carlos from NVSAUDIO, and here we are fixing some more stupid on this Street Glide. So look at this horrible mess of wiring. We haven't touched anything, we literally just lifted the board off. So, first thing that comes to mind is how the battery's held in place with Velcro. Fine. This tour pack is a fiberglass shell, so normally when we mount any equipment in the tour pack, we do a piece of wood or a piece of plastic that uses the factory bolts that hold the tour pack in place, and then we screw the new equipment into that. Let's see what they did here. So we have a screw here, and a screw here, directly into the fiberglass. Let's see what it looks like underneath. Oh wow, look at that. They realized that they went through and hit the bracket and scratched up the bracket and destroyed the fiberglass. So then they went back and cut the heads off the screws. So the screw's still in there. Damn, not the way you treat a customer, not the way you treat a beautiful bike like this. Not the way you treat any bike. Then we went into the DSP and we were wondering why they weren't using all of the outputs of the DSP, considering we have so many speakers. It's because they basically use the DSP as a line level converter. So we have input from the radio. I don't know what the hell is going on here with these RCAs like this, but that's the input. And then it goes straight out to the amplifiers. They didn't know how to use the DSP, so they couldn't even activate the additional input. So we would have did tweeters, mid-range, mid-bass, and subs. They just ran everything out full range. So this is basically doing nothing. It's just splitting 4 RCAs into 6. Terrible, 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 terrible. I'm sure I'll find some more mistakes, but that's where we're at so far. All right, don't mean to keep beating a dead horse, but I get tired of customers telling me that I'm too expensive. This is why they feel I'm too expensive, because I don't do work like this. So whatever this customer paid was too much, because completely irrelevant. Here we go again with the 14 gauge power wire. There was 10 gauge cable here. Then instead of continuing, I guess they ran out of wire. They had some 14 gauge laying around, so they just spliced it, ran it to here. Look at how that wire is ran through that hole. Makes absolutely no sense. And oh my God, I didn't even realize that before. But they just grounded it to the harness instead of running power from the battery. So I guess they weren't getting enough ground from this plug. So they also self-tapped it to the metal here, ran it down, spliced them both together here, and then back up to the amplifier. Oh geez Louise. Look at this. I wouldn't even know where to buy this clear Radio Shack speaker cable. Radio Shack's been closed for about 2 years around here, maybe longer. More fixing, more fixing, more fixing. Then I guess they didn't know, like the spaghetti, I guess they didn't know how to set up the DSP, so they didn't. So you see the power lights on, our USB is connected. There's the software. So we have no crossovers at all on any of the channels, and we have no EQ set up. So that's why the customer kept blowing tweeters. If you come up here and look at the tweeters, there is no cap in line, no filter cap to protect the tweeter. Will go all the way down the line. So no cap. So you can run setup without caps as long as you have your crossover set up. There is no crossover, no caps. No wonder the customer blew the tweeters 3 times. So this is basically the world's most expensive line level converter, because they ran RCAs from the radio, went back out, no EQs or crossover set up. What a waste of money and time. But we're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it right. So take a look, because it's not gonna look like this much longer. Okay, and the fun just keeps happening. So I finally saw that we have name brand cable, and we actually have 4 gauge on this bike. So maybe the wire coming off the battery I didn't have to rerun. So I was hopeful. So here's the power wire going to the distribution block. So I use my handy snap-on cutters and clip it. And lo and behold, what do we see? All shielding, no copper. It's aluminum 4 gauge. It's fake wire. So here's our Stinger 4 gauge, which we're gonna replace it with. And here's their 4 gauge. This poor bike never stood a chance. It's terrible. Now that's the feed coming off the battery, feeding 3 amplifiers and the limitless battery.